welcome back to Ground Arena. If you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying the hot weather, because in here it is roasting. Yeah, it's pretty warm. This morning, my opponent has absolutely obliterated my defense. I think I got a hold somewhere though. Have a quick look. This is the same defense I ran last time, so I got a hold on the Night Sisters. But he's gone through everything else. I'm quite happy with what this fleet's done though. I put the Empire at the front, and then I loaded it with the my leftover GOs and Hyena at the back, and obviously it's gone to 5 ships. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I think when the TIE Bomber comes out and I can farm that up more, this fleet's going to start to be you know, a lot more powerful. So I'm quite interested to have that happen. On defense, so let's have a look. So we've got Ewoks down here. That's not going to be a problem because we're just going to use Nest on that. Save ourselves a team. 83% on low grey. They're not massively Nest resistant. I am thinking about remodding my low grey actually. It's just getting the mods together for him. But if you can get him to over 100% tenacity, that's when he starts to get. He really starts pissing on Nest's parade at that point. So if you can get to over 100, you have to put in Nest, Hermit Yoda and Farm Boy in order to use Nest on the Ewoks, because it's just so hard to get your Nest's tenacity that high. I'm on like 153 or something, so even with Farm Boy I think 45%, it's not over 200, which is what you would need if low grey's above 100. And then we've got this Dreyer team. He doesn't have the reworked Merciless Massacre from his Vader, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I don't know what the AI really does with that. I have just got that Zeta. I am really excited to use it. However, I couldn't get it for this Grand Arena. I missed the lock-in. I was like 3 Zetas short when the lock-in, the last moment of the lock-in, so I had to jump in. But this morning, because we've just had the fleet challenges, I have bought that Zeta, and next week in the next sort of set of battles I'll be really keen to use that. Down here we've got this car team, which isn't really anything special, and then this Geo team's okay. He's got the Relic on the Spy, which is what you really need to stop a lot of teams that can tank it, but his alpha here is pretty quick, 273. So I kind of was like, I really want to use the Empire, but he's too quick. It's not going to work. So I'm thinking I might just have to suck it up and drop like Padme into the GS, which is massively overkill, but it gets rid of it. I don't know what he's got at the back. I assume he's not bothered loading it with premium teams too much, just because he's put Karth at the front. If we just have a look at what's on his roster, both Revens, which you haven't seen down, and that would eat things like Yoda. His Geos are down. Separatist droids, that could be at the back, but I don't know. I think he's used half of this on offense. There is a funny. They started putting on all these strange feats actually. Win a battle using Vader, Boba Fett, IG-88, Bosk, Dengar. That's not going to happen. I need those characters in different squads. Right, okay, well, let's start with this. I'm thinking I'm going to put CLS into Treya and then just basically hammer down on Treya and get rid of her. Let's just get on with this. I'm going to place CLS into this team at the top. My plan is that if I can drop Treya, I should be able to control the rest of them. So let's have a go at that. As you can see, my team's not quite as highly geared as his. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to play into it. Right, let's just try and control some of these characters. No, that didn't work. Let's try that. My team's getting wrecked doing it. Cool. Right, we got rid of a. Need to work on this team a little bit more, but it's a lot of stun guns to get Han Solo any harder. We'll come back to the bears, see how we do down here. I'm going to put Padme in here because it's massively overkill, but it's the only team I've got that's reliably going to take that team out because his brood alpha's so quick. Oh, I wanted to use R2, I wanted the stealth. Card we are going to put in. Let's put in the bounty hunters because they usually do quite well for us. Whoops, pressing buttons too quickly. And it's got T3. It's not a particularly hard card team, I think. I'm quite tempted to underdog that. I'm going to drop out Cad Bane. I could drop out Embo as well. Embo does have the Dispel, so I think I'll stick with. Oh no. These guys haven't been modded. I'm not using them. You know what? Screw it. Let's just put a full lineup in. Because we have to put up with this constant attacking. Spell that. One more and we get our contract. We'll have it with these grenades. Thank you. Keep dispelling Zalbar and we can get to everybody else. Oh, Candace, you're gonna have to go, mate, because you're eating the clock. Let's see what he's hid back here. Hopefully nothing too hard. Nope. Right, okay, that's good. That is really good for us. So we've got this first order team that isn't... We've got regular Kylo in here, that's okay. Gear 12 with his Zeta, he's pretty solid. Phoenix team, he's... Right, so he's not got Ezra, which I think this version of Phoenix team is better. Because Hera's got a good gear level, but the rest are at 8, which doesn't really make that big a deal. Hera doesn't really... She relies on the other team members in order for her to enhance them, so they need to be higher, not the other way around. And then we've got the Ewoks. Right, let's see if we can ruin some of these guys. Look what we've got left. We've got... I've got my Empire team, I've got Geos, I've got Newt Gunray, some crappy rebels, I've got Darth Revan. So this shouldn't... We should be able to underdog a bunch of this. I'm thinking I might just put like Darth Revan into one of these. I think the trio should be fine. There's a lot of turn meter gain up here. And there's a lot of regeneration going on down here, but HK should be able to like just annihilate Kanan because of his bonus against Jedi. And then we've got bears. And just the only thing about bears is just make sure the bears don't run you over. So, not really that big a deal. Right, so look at this Phoenix team. Have lots and lots of tasty fear. And what do we want to do? Be careful about getting countered. There we go. I missed out on one lot of protection, but nuked a lot. Droidica. This is more than enough to handle that and come out with full banners. Get our stuff going. I don't think we're going to get full banners because we're not going to get enough turns. We're going to kill his stuff too fast. What we might. Yep. So we're on what? 1290 versus 1714. Back here you get 153 for a conquer. You're probably looking at about 64 or so, depending on how much you underdog for the actual fleet battle itself. So let's be conservative. Let's call that 215. And what's 215 going to put us on? That's going to put us on 1500 or so. I get 180 for the win. That should just put us above him anyway. Okay. So we've got Ewoks. I'm going to have to underdog this with Nest and Farm Boy. That's the lowest I can underdog it with, really. I mean, I've got other teams, but I'm actually going to get less banners by using them. Because I have to put in multiple geos in order to beat the bears. I haven't got anything that I can do with less than 2 characters. I could do... I mean, even if I put, even though I've got characters like Thrawn or Palpatine or whatever, again, it's... Let's go ahead. I think what I'm finding is that I can afford to put more stuff on defense. $153 plus 45, almost 200 is higher than his. Yeah, I can afford to put more stuff on defense. I just don't in case I need it. You always have to have a bit more stuff than they do. I need like a times 10 speed. I've got 59. Getting 60 against the Ewoks is pretty hard, just because all the assists that get called in, all the turn meter that's going on. Right, so we've got Kenobi, but that's... So he's got a 7-star negotiator, and he's put those ships down. Am I missing something here? Dude's got 7-star negotiator, and he puts down his gear rate rebel fleet. What's he thinking? That somehow the negotiator is some magical fleet that's just gonna hold if you just put it with any old shit. I mean, his ships here aren't that great, actually. I mean, his capital ships look okay. You know, he's got quite decent gear levels on them. But his actual, you know, like his actual fleet, you know, there's Kylo Ren's not very good. His Bosk's okay. The thing is now is like if you don't have Relic Bosk to have your Houndstooth be really solid, the unmanned ships, you know, the pilotless tank ships are actually almost better than he is. You have to have Relic Bosk, or there's almost no point, especially at top level of fleet now. But yeah, his ships are not good, but he's got such a good capital ship. Just okay, so surprises. He's got Rebels. He could call in Millennium Falcon. He could call in a bunch of other stuff, but he's got to have used some of this to beat me, because he's beat my fleet. All right, okay. So we're on. We need less than 200 points. We need less than 200 points, so one more. Who do we want? Who do we want? Who's? Let's go with Sun Fac. I probably won't need him. I mean, like, negotiate a fleet without Anakin is rough for them. Okay. So yeah, great capital ship, relic pilot, all the abilities, pile of crap ships. Why did he use that on offense? You know, that'd have been better with Akbar, because at least then your rebels would have benefited from it. Oh well, yeah, we're up by like what, 33 points, which is half a match really, so that's actually kind of surprising. I mean, I know like I did a couple of underdogs down here and things, but considering that he's got both Revans and things like that, has he just gone and thrown them away? Because none of these teams are particularly great. I mean, this Grievous team, it dies and it steals banners off you. That's what it does. It doesn't hold. It just dies and steals banners. I mean, I took out IG88 from the lead just in case I had a chance to do that sort of challenge, but that team's just going to die. Just, you don't actually have to throw that great stuff at it. You just need something that Grievous won't kill, because he's going to kill the rest of it for you. You know, and it's like I'm missing the Zetas on the clones, and then the gear levels aren't that great here. They're only 8s. I need at least to put another Zeta on 5s before that team starts to come into its own. And then up here, you know, it's again, you've got 3 Gear 8 characters. Don't get me wrong, if you can't deal with Jolie while Yoda's jumping up and down on you, it is kind of tough. But that team isn't that hard. Quite a weak team. And then he's took him 2 battles on his Night Sisters. My Night Sisters, sorry. Where has his roster gone? Cheers, guys. I'll see you next time.